Hello everybody, I am just putting together a quick video for those of you who need an instant assessment tool that is fun with pre-programmed quizzes, but also with just asking a question in the middle of a lecture to see and gauge understanding with students. So this is called Socrative.com. Some people call it Socrative.com. I call it Socrative.com. It is free. I've been using this ever since the Centios were taken away from us on our smartboard because they were no longer supported. And it's a valuable tool. So let me walk you through, first of all, how I use it, and then I will show you how to create an account, and then also what it looks like from the student perspective. So let's just go to my login, and it's teacher login, and I have it saved, so. And it's already logged in because I've been working with it. So this is what my dashboard looks like when I log in. And I've got the launch, I've got quizzes where I've stored quizzes, I've got the rooms that I've created. The name of my classroom is Indal. I could edit that if I wanted to. You can come in here and just change the name if I need to, but I don't need to for this. So if you wanted one for geometry and one for something else, you could do that. I'm good with what I got. Reports, those you don't have much if you haven't done any tests. Results, okay, right now I have a bunch of different weird things here that I could delete, which is actually a really good example to show you as well. So then I can go to the launch, and I use this quick question area the most. So I can ask a quick question of kids. I can say, it'll open up and I can say, what is, 2 plus 4. I don't usually allow unlimited responses, and I usually require student names so that I can see who's getting it and who's not. This is not something the whole class sees. This is just what the teacher sees. And then I hit start for my activity. Here you will see this is what the screen looks like until more answers show up. And I have show names, hide answers, and start vote. I haven't done it for polling, but that would be really great in some of the classes I know that people use. Hiding answers, I don't typically hide the answers either because I typically don't let the students see the screen themselves. It's just for me to use as a tool when I use these instant assessment questions. Now, I asked the question, what is 2 plus 4? So now I just wait for a student's answer to the question. So I now have an answer that has come in and it's correct. And so then I'm going to hit show names because I want to know who did well. Mickey Mouse is who I programmed to be here. So, but typically if I had a classroom and somebody named Mickey Mouse came on the screen, I would hit remove and take their answer out of the list totally because they didn't take it seriously. And believe it or not, that actually can happen. So, I can hide, like I said, I can hide the answers, but I typically don't use that. So I just use hide name. So if I want another activity, then I hit short answer again. I could also hit true, false, and multiple choice, but I use the short answer a lot. I will confirm. I will say, what is 3 plus, plus 7. And again, I'm going to require student names, and I'm just going to hit start. And I don't know why sometimes it does that. You just have to hit login again and do another question. So what is 3 plus 7? It doesn't do that very often, but if it does, this is how you deal with it. Thing, go. Okay, and then again, you have that screen, okay? Now, what I do for, I'll go back to the launch for a moment, and I like to use Space Race a lot. And what I do with Space Race is I click on Space Race, and yes, I want to stop that current activity, and of course it's taking me back there again, so I'll hit Space Race again. And I'm going to pick a quiz, just any quiz. And then I'm going to hit number 2, or hit next. And then here I decide how many teams do I want. This is a competition I do with the class. And a lot of times it's like 6 groups of 4 or 7 groups of 4. It depends on the number of people in your class. I choose auto assign a lot of times with the distance learning. You can use student choice, but that's easier to do in the classroom when you can say this row can do this and this row can do this color and so on and so forth. It breaks it up into colors. So then I have the rocket icon, but I have a number of others. So I often let the kids pick, but we'll just stick with the rocket for now. I don't usually do a countdown. You can do a countdown, but I don't usually do that. I like to shuffle the questions and I like to shuffle the answers. That way when kids are on different teams that are auto-selected, they don't know who is on what teams, and they just have to focus on the questions that are in front of them. And then I just hit start. What you have here is the 6 teams, and it's got the different colors. And so somebody might be on the blue team, and they'll just answer all the questions as the best they can. And as a team answers correct questions, the spaceship moves across the screen. I'll show you an example of this in a few moments. So now if you go back to the Socrative.com site that we were on and you choose teacher login and you haven't created an account, you can go ahead and create one. And I'm just going to say Mickey Mouse's Mouse. This is, of course, a fake email account. And I'm going to hit next. Oh, I didn't follow the directions. Okay. Country is US. Organization K-12. 98335. We're going to go here and say Gig Harbor and teacher. I agree, move on. And I don't ever save it. So right now it gives you the choice of Socrative Pro or Socrative Free. Socrative Free is all you need right now. There are other features with Socrative Pro, but you're just getting going. And then, okay, I'm going to get rid of this for now because you don't need to worry about the sales pitch. Okay, so right now it's given me the nickname of Mouse6013. I'm going to go on here and see if I can edit that name, Mouse6000. All right, so now we're into what the teacher account would look like. And we're going to go back to the launch. And we're going to create a space race. And what I'm going to do is use the standard one that's given, because I'm just trying to show you how you can set it up. And I'm going to go next. And I'm going to say 6 teams of 4, well, 6 teams of whatever. It's going to break up the class. Let's change it to a, I don't know, spaceship. And no countdown. I'm going to shuffle the questions, shuffle the answers, and I'm going to hit start. Okay. Now, I'm going to go to what the student interface looks like and sign in for this space race. So I'm back at the same beginning page that the kids will be used to logging in, and I hit login. And I do student. And I use Mouse 6000. And I hit join. And that's because the teacher was kind enough to let me know what the name of the class was. And then I'm going to put Kermit Frog. Okay. Then I have the questions pop up. So the diameter of the Earth is 8,000 miles. I've taken this quiz a couple times, so hopefully I get them all right. True? Submit the answer. Yay! Then we go to 2. What is the world's longest river? I'll give you a second to look at that if you're so inclined, and I'm going to say the Amazon River. I'm correct there. Then I'm going to go, what's the world's largest ocean? Well, I already knew that one. It is the Pacific. Submit my answer. Yay. 4, I know this is Italy because of the boot. I remembered something from high school. Okay. And then last, Iceland is the world's biggest island. Again, I've taken this a couple times, and I know that's not true, so I'm going to hit false. Question is correct. Awesome. So now what's going to do is it's going to take, I'm going to go back to the teacher. Now, the whole time this student is taking this quiz, every time there's an answer that is correct, it has advanced his spaceship. So we'll go back to the teacher's view. And you can see that I've made it all the way across the screen because I got 100%. Okay, now, so at this point I'm going to hit finish. And this will show how I got 100%. But if there was multiple class or students, you would see all of their scores and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 questions, and you can show the names and you can show the answers. And that will give you some information. And you can email the students if you want, but you don't need to. The thing that's also really nice, if I go back to quizzes and I have this world quiz here, I can share this quiz with any of my colleagues. I can download the quiz and I can also copy the quiz. I can create organizational folders throughout if the more and more I use this, because it'll help me keep track of different quizzes. But hopefully this little tutorial helps you and gives you a chance to see another tool. It's pretty easy to integrate into your online learning. And if you have any questions, you can email me at indalk@psd401.net. Hope all's well.